Hey guys, Misty Clark here with Moms for Lowered Expectations. I'm going to teach you how to make creme brulee. Now my husband, he introduced me to creme brulee when we were dating. If you don't know what creme brulee is, it is usually a custard, which is pretty much an adult pudding, and you sprinkle sugar on top, and then you caramelize the sugar to form a really hard crust, and it is so delicious. Now in the new Food Network magazine, Bobby Flay has a yogurt creme brulee recipe that is pretty easy. But today I'm going to do the kid version. Now, if you do have time on the weekend, I suggest you making it from scratch or making Bobby Flay's recipe because it's really delicious. But we're just going to use regular pudding today. So, what you're going to need are pudding cups. You're going to need some sugar, just granulated sugar, and a blowtorch. Now you can use a little kitchen torch, but I don't have a whole lot of patience. That takes too long. So we use the big one. And I also have burn cream and a fire extinguisher here because I've been known to set food to flame. So we're going to start with our pudding. Now, the pudding, we've had our pudding in the refrigerator overnight. You want to make sure that you have your pudding cold. If you're doing a recipe from scratch, they will have you cook your pudding and then put it in the refrigerator to chill it before you assemble the brulee. The reason for this is if your pudding is warm, when you sprinkle the sugar on top, it's just going to melt into your pudding, to your custard. And if your custard or pudding is at room temperature, when you go to caramelize it with the blowtorch, it's just going to form one big layer of sugar on top, and it's going to be more like a chewy piece of candy. We tried it yesterday, and instead of having a crunchy crust of sugar, we had one big piece of sugar, and as you went to take a bite, it just kind of drug the whole slab of sugar out of the pie plate. So it didn't work so well. So you want to make sure that your pudding is cold. So here we go. We've got these here. The other thing I forgot to mention, you want some shallow dishes to put your pudding in. This is an actual ramekin that usually a creme brulee recipe will call for. These are sauce dishes, but they work the same. Any kind of shallow dish, these are all stoneware, will work. So we're going to take about a heaping tablespoon of sugar, and you're just going to sprinkle that on top of the pudding, okay? You do that to each of them here, and you want to make sure you get it all around on the top. Get a single layer of sugar there. And it's okay if it's a little bit clumped up here and there. So we're going to get this on top of this one. Okay, so we're done with the sugar. Now, here comes the fun part. The benzomatic. We are going to caramelize this. Now, for you safety people out there, technically, you're not supposed to take a blowtorch and turn it all the way upside down. But I'm going to do that. But it's okay. I have burn cream and my fire extinguisher ready. So, when you are blowtorching this sugar, you're going to want to, you'll start seeing it bubble up like it's boiling. And that's okay. You want to stay in one spot, and it's going to be bubbling, and then it's going to turn like a nice brown color. And that's what you want. That's caramelizing, and then it's going to turn into a really hard shell on top of your pudding. So we've got this going here. We tried this yesterday. We tried to actually use the blowtorch inside the pudding cup. We wondered if we would be able to caramelize the sugar inside the pudding cup. It didn't work so well. If you look at the blog post about this recipe, the link is above the picture here. It pretty much put holes in the plastic cup, so I wouldn't try that at home. Or if you do, don't eat it. So we're going to go back to the first one here. Now, the recipes will tell you to serve this immediately. To the children, you probably don't want to serve it right immediately. They'll burn their little lips on it. But it takes about 30 seconds to a minute for this to set up and get really hard. Now this one is really hard here, and it's actually a little bit warm. So I'm going to set this up for you here. What you want to do is when you break into it, it's going to be a crunchy crust. And if you saw that, and the rest of it stayed intact. And so then that is what you want it to look like.
That is so good.
So, if you want to add flair to everyday pudding, try our creme brulee recipe. Thanks for watching.